Hi everybody, Miss Street here. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make your very own sketchbook. You guys are going to make this sketchbook from scratch using paper and tying it together with string using something called the 3-hole binding method. And you guys will get to use it and fill it up with all your own sketches and artwork. Alright, let's get to it. For this project, you're going to need 5 pieces of computer paper. You're also going to need a piece of construction paper, any color that you like. If you don't have construction paper, you can just use an additional sheet of computer paper. You're also going to want some string or yarn in any color. You're going to need scissors, and you're going to want something to color your front and back cover with, such as crayons, markers, colored pencils, or whatever you have. You're going to start by taking your computer paper and individually folding each sheet in half, being careful to line up your corners and make them nice and even. And the reason it's important to do each paper individually instead of doing them all at the same time is because it just helps keep your pages and your folds nice and crisp. It makes sure that none of your papers get folded kind of wonky or tilted. And that way it'll look nice when you're all done. When you folded a sheet, unfold it and set it to the side, stacking it on top of your other papers. Fold your construction paper, which will be used as your front and back cover. And if you don't have a piece of construction paper, you can just use an additional sheet of computer paper. Once you have all your papers folded, go ahead and straighten them out and try to line them up somewhat in the middle of your construction paper cover. And it's helpful to clip the papers together at this point. You could use a clothespin or like a chip clip, or you could use a paper clip. Any type of clip works for this, but you also don't need a clip. I've done it without using clips. It just makes it a little easier if you have something to hold the papers together. Next, you're going to make 3 dots, one in the top of your paper, and make sure to make this dot low enough so that it's not above your computer paper, if that makes sense. So about an inch down is good, and then you're going to do one in the middle, and you're also going to do one that's about an inch above the bottom. So once you have those spots marked, you're going to cut a small triangle into the edge of your paper. Make sure you cut far enough so that you're cutting all the way through all of your pages. You should now have 3 holes going all the way through your pages. And the next step is to get your string or yarn and go ahead and get a pretty long piece. Mine was about as long as my arm, so you might want to make yours a little longer than your arm. Another way to look at it is mine was more than twice as long as my paper. Flip your book over and start by putting your string through the outside into the inside. You want to start with the outside middle hole and go through the inside. And pull it through, but don't pull it all the way through. You want to make sure to leave about 5 or 6 inches of string hanging out, and be careful not to pull that string all the way through because you're going to need it to tie at the end. So next you're going to go through the inside of your top hole. So you started going through the outside, now you're going through the inside to the outside. So pull it through, being careful not to pull out your little tail at the end. next you're going to take that string and go to the bottom hole and bring it through the outside, going to the inside of the bottom hole, and pull it through. Again, being careful not to pull that string too hard because you don't want to pull out that little tail. Then you're going to take your string and put it back through the center hole, through the inside going outside. So now you should have 2 strings coming through the outside middle hole, and you're gonna have 2 strings on either side and 1 in the middle. So it's important that your strings are on either side of the long string in the middle. And now you can pull the strings and tighten them. Not too tight, you don't want to crumple or bend your pages, but tight enough that your string is taut, and go ahead and tie a knot. I triple knotted mine just to make sure it was extra secure. And then you're going to cut off your excess. And I like to leave a little bit of string hanging because I think it looks nice and it shows that you made it yourself. Alright, and now you have made yourself a little sketchbook. And the final step is now to decorate your cover of your sketchbook. You could decorate the front cover and the back cover, and you can use whatever decorating materials that you have, whether it's colored pencils, markers, crayons, regular pencils, whatever you would like. Alright guys, all done. I hope you had fun making and decorating your very own sketchbook. I can't wait to see what your guys' sketchbooks look like. I hope you enjoy and have a great day. Bye, see you next time.